All right. Good morning to those of you on the West Coast. A good afternoon to those of you on the East Coast. I'm your host, Brandon Troy, host and co-creator of Movers and Shakers Unlimited. And thanks so much for joining us wherever you're watching from. Of course, as you will know, this week we have CES 2024, the Consumer Electronics Show, happening this week in Vegas. So much stuff, in terms in the world of innovations of what's happening in various industries. And if you're taking a look at the title, you'll know that we do have interesting guests, on tap for you guys. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is blood pressure, which I'm sure many of us can relate to in terms of, the hustle and bustle of the busy lives that many of us have. And uh, being able to, determine, being able to find out, what that status of where we stand in that regard. Now, we already, of course, have devices that we utilize for that, but today we're going to be talking about a device that you can put on your finger. So, here to discuss it with me is Dr. LeBoeuf. Bring him over here, Doctor.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Doing all right.
Awesome. So, before we hop into it, can you tell me how CES in and of itself has been this week thus far?
Oh, CES is one of our big events. It's where we get the confluence of people from the consumer industry and also the health industry and media all together. And so, with when you're a company that's in consumer healthcare, that combination is really what you need in life.
So, diving right into the product that we have here, can you tell me how it came together, how it came about?
How it came together. Well, so this solution here is based off of the vision of Valence Cell. Our company's vision is to help people live longer, healthier lives, but to do that through validated physiological insights. And by validated, what I mean is that it's proven, it's been tested, and the insights then become useful for you to guide your health. And what in our first product in the space, our first Valence Cell branded product in the space, is this fingertip blood pressure monitor device. And the whole purpose of this, it's really, really simple. We're trying to make blood pressure monitoring super, super easy and super, super convenient while still keeping the accuracy high. That's the goal. And so this solution is very simple. You simply place your finger in the device, press the button, and take a measurement. It's so easy to get BP with this device.
Awesome, awesome. And so, to discuss it further, can you talk a bit about the software that's necessary to bring that about? Because I'm sure that there, so many different variables that come into play in terms of being able to determine, like you said, accuracy for
Yes.
whoever's placing their finger there.
It's a great question because we employ machine learning in this. That's part of the big high tech aspect of this. And it's why we have had to do so much testing. So, the way this works, there's a sensor inside here, an optical sensor. I'll show it for your audience there. It's a reflection mode PPG sensor that measures light scattered from your body. It also has an inertial sensor and accelerometer to measure motion. And also, you input your age, weight, and height. That information is used by a machine learning model to convert the sensor data into your blood pressure reading without having to inflate a cuff, without having to align anything to an artery, anything like that. So this is based off years and years and years of data collection. I mean, Brandon, we had to collect data on over 10,000 people, about 30 minutes each measurement period. If you add it all together, we had to take multiple measurements on them, about 20,000 measurements. This is years and years of solid data to where this will work across a broad range of people of all different blood pressures, all different skin tones, all different BMIs, all different types of physiological characteristics. We took data in the US, in China, in Vietnam, in Japan. We took data in Europe. We took data all over the world to make this truly generalized. I think the real secret sauce, to make a short story long, is just how willing we were to go through all that arduous data collection.
Awesome, awesome. So, I wanted to be able to give you some time to be able to do your demo. So, if you could, tell us how it would, come together.
Well, so in this particular device, there's only one button. We're trying to make it so easy so that you turn it on by 3 seconds here on your finger on there, and you can see our little cool Valence Cell logo there. And all right. And so now it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take a measurement myself. Now, you want to have your arm at heart level for this measurement and both feet on the ground. So I'm going to try and do that as best I can for this demo here. I'm going to go ahead and press start. It's asking if it's me, and I am me. So I'm going to go ahead and press it again. Now, it is going through the process of determining that it's a real human with their finger inside of the device. And once it's identified that I'm legit, it's going to start taking a measurement. And there's a ring that's starting to be filled here. That ring that's being filled is collecting the data. And in a minute, it'll generate my blood pressure reading. Now, it's a device and an app. You don't need the app to take the measurements, as you see right here, but you do need the app to initiate it, because when you start the device for the first time, you need to put your age, weight, and height. And you don't want to have to deal with that on this tiny thing. So you do that with your phone. Now, this device, when it's near your phone, it'll sync the data to the phone. Now, I'm concerned about my blood pressure because I had McDonald's for breakfast today and my blood pressure readings have been high. It's kind of embarrassing. Oh, God. Thinking about it now, why did I do this to myself? So, it's better than it was earlier. It's 127 or 81, but normally I'm better than this. I'm telling y'all, I'm not normally hypertensive. I blame it all on the man on McDonald's, not me. I'm totally innocent. We are no way affiliated. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So this reading like I mentioned, every time this device is close to the app, it'll download the data, and then you could send that data wherever you want. So if you want to send it to your physician or your caretaker or someone who just cares about your health, you can send that to them. And this first product, like I said, is really, really, really just about making blood pressure so easy to do. And you saw from this, I mean, with a blood pressure cuff, you got like a dangling cuff. You got sometimes the battery's dead because it's used to pump that cuff, and you're like, oh, Jesus, got to change the batteries now. You got to align it right on you. You got to make sure you have the right size cuff. Nobody ever does that. You just multiple sizes. Nobody ever measures the cuff size to get it right. And there's all kinds of complications there. This is meant to be where, man, it's so easy to do. You can bring it to work if you take measurements there. Bring it with you after you eat to see for mass hypertension. Like maybe, for example, you really are getting hypertensive. Like me after you eat. Yeah. God help us all.
Awesome. So, just to discuss further, can you tell folks where, when they can expect to be able to get their hands on being able to have this device? Like, what is the timetable as it stands right now?
So if everything goes according to our plan, people will be able to buy this later this year. And I'll give you the timeline. So the clinical validation study is starting this month. We have to collect data on about 200 subjects. It's going to take us about 2 months to collect that data. The FDA informed us that data needs to be collected on the commercial solution. That's what we have here. Last year when we were here, we had prototypes. We were very clear to people about that. And so this is the commercial solution. It's going through that testing. Then we submit to the FDA. So we're targeting submitting to the FDA in April. So we're targeting then getting feedback from them and having this cleared, if we've done our job right, have it cleared this year. And so at the end of this year, people would be able to acquire the device. Right now, of course, it's not available for sale, and it shouldn't be, because we need the regulators to impose that. But if we succeed in our plan and timeline, then yeah, this year you'll be able to buy this.
Awesome. And this is always a fun question. I'll close with this. Seeing that we are in Vegas, of course, you have your commitments there, with the product that you have, but, maybe among like contemporaries of, checking out the show in and of itself, or just what Vegas has to offer, what do you have for leisure plans?
Leisure plans. Well, Lord, I was born a gambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. I won't sing that in falsetto, Brandon, I promise. But so I love to gamble. I love to play poker and stuff like that. So I'm definitely planning to be at the poker table. So, if you want to get your blood pressure up with me at the poker tables, you let me know.
Awesome. Doctor, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. There you guys have it here at 2024 CES. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.